Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're back in AFK Journey, and in today's video we're going to be covering my top 10 mistakes I've played in my time playing AFK Journey, hopefully to give you guys an idea of what you should be avoiding in order to progress just a little bit faster on your account. So I'm going to start it off by saying that the most important resource in this game is Hero Dust for increasing the resonating level of your heroes to progress further in the story and also score higher on the Dream Realm bosses and all bosses that you fight. So with that being said, I'm going to come to my first mistake, which is the daily quests. So one thing with the daily quests, on the first few days of your gameplay progression, you're going to want to delay collecting this until towards the end of the day, because these essence rewards that you get are going to be based on the AFK stage you're at and whatever resource generation. So in total there's 8 hours here from the daily quests, so that is going to be at the rate that you're farming in the AFK stage. So you want to push to the highest AFK stage possible before collecting these. But what I did was I tried to be too efficient, and I was doing this on following days, and I ended up forgetting to even collect the essences because I was like, I can push a few more stages, and then you get distracted and then you end up not collecting it at all. This is a really big problem for a couple of reasons. Of course, you're missing out on 8 hours of dust, but also if we go ahead and look at the Mystic collection here, one of the Mystic collections that you get, which I think is the Never-Ending Book, is going to be based on the number of daily quest chests that you claim. And so if you miss out on them, you're going to miss out on getting this free instant AFK attempt one day. Like, you're going to be getting it one day later compared to everyone else in your server who's collecting daily quests every day. And so that is also going to put you a little bit more behind. But that's a really important thing. In the first few days of gameplay, I totally agree that you should delay collecting the rewards, because you're going to be pushing stages massively, like hundreds of stages per day, and you're going to be increasing your resource generation by a lot. But once you get to like AFK stage 350, 400, you're probably going to then push maybe 40 to 50 stages per day, and the change in dust that you're earning is not going to be that substantial, because even if you look now, the higher stages you go, 1925 is where I'm at 950, and if we look all the way down at 1000, it only increases by 19 dust in 50 stages. So then it doesn't really matter when I collect my essences. I can collect them as soon as I log in for the day, make sure I get them, because missing out on that 8 hours is much worse. So related to this was another point, which is the instant AFK rewards. In my opinion, you should be using as many as you have here of the instant AFK rewards, even if it costs 200 diamonds for the final one, which I'm going to have, and I'll just show it to you here. So we'll do this, and then 200 diamonds for this one, because dust is more important than diamonds in my opinion. By getting higher levels on your heroes, you're going to be able to score high in the Dream Realm compared to other people, and push high in story, get better equipment, and overall you're going to be getting more rewards on your account. And the diamonds are just 200 diamonds, which you could just summon and get a bad, like one Omnicorn, for example. So that is what I would recommend for that. Now, another important thing, and this is really important, and I'm stuck here right now, because if you go into your Resonating Hall and artifacts, it feels nice to be leveling up all of your artifacts to the maximum level, but it costs a lot of gold to do that. And really, I only use mainly 3 artifacts. Star Shard spell is usually considered the best artifact for increasing your damage for Dream Realm bosses, and even in Lone Gaze I was using it, and a lot of people are using this artifact. So definitely this should be maxed out. Apart from this, the Awakening spell is kind of good early on, but I find it to be lackluster later, and Iron Wall spell is good for allowing your tank to have a little bit more survivability, and if you have the Confining spell, this can be good in PvP, but honestly you can do well with the other artifacts in PvP as well. So I would definitely recommend getting Star Shard spell to the highest level, maybe even Iron Wall spell to the highest level. I really have used that to be able to push and cheese AFK stages, and then you're able to generate more resources from doing that. So I think these two I would get to plus 10, maybe, or the highest level you can in Confining, maybe as well, but these two for sure. And the other ones you can kind of leave at a lower level, and it will save you a lot of gold. And you do get gold, and you can just wait for AFK rewards to get the gold generation, but a main thing you're going to be wanting to spend your gold on is whenever you unlock a new stage. For example, today I've unlocked 2 new stages, which are Remnant's Peak 4 and 5, because sometimes you're just going to be able to unlock 2 stages in one day because the level requirement is going to line up in that way. So you're going to have the Ironhoof Forge is going to offer you new equipment each time you unlock a new stage, and it's really high level equipment that will power up your heroes. So if we look at the Ironhoof Forge here, there are 2 pieces of equipment I actually want to buy, which are upgrades, and quite decent upgrades. Twilight Hood, my current one is level 180, so there's a 25 level upgrade, and for Bleak Diadem, my current one is level 190, so that's a 20 level upgrade. But these are expensive, and Ironhoof Forge is very expensive, but it does offer you equipment you can't get at your current level. So this is really important to be saving your gold in order to buy the things which are needed here. But don't waste your gold on, for example, I don't use mages at all, really, and a lot of people are not going to be using mages to push AFK stages or for Dream Realm, so I don't buy the mage upgrades, but the other ones are important, like Rogue for Shuck here, and the marksman equipment is the most important in the game because you're going to be having your OD, Merrily, CC, all of your damage dealer carries are going to rely on that. So Keith, this is not really, I didn't really make any mistake here, but just to briefly go over this is that you get this currency by defeating any enemies on the map, and they will give you 30 per enemy that you defeat. And you're going to be able to get plenty to buy everything in the shop. So you want to be farming those enemies as much as you can in order to get the equipment here is most important. The A level star shards are also good for summoning, but they are random, so it's probably not going to be that useful for you. So mainly this is for the equipment, and the equipment, there's not that many pieces of equipment as you can see here, and the Ironhoof Forge is your main source of that. So that's why gold is kind of important. So try to be a little bit stingy or conserve your gold if you can. Okay, so now let's go to the mystical house. So this is pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes you give in and you don't have enough diamonds and you just want to do like a recruit 1 summon. Don't do that, because first of all it's going to cost 300 compared to 270 when you're doing 10 at a time, so it costs more, and also you're not guaranteed the A level hero when you do the 10 times summon. So when you do a 10 times recruit, you're guaranteed at least 1 A level hero, and then on top of that you could be getting a lot more. So that's why always do recruit 10, and even if you're desperate and like, you know, you really just want to do 1 summon, just try to avoid that. That's important. For your long-term progression, it's important, because when you get an A-level hero, it's not some random A-level hero you don't want to use. It's going to be something on your wish list which is going to benefit you. And Epic Recruit, do recruit times 10 as well. That's also quite self-explanatory. So going into the Emporium shop, this is a mistake I made. I was buying the Tidal Essence, all 3 of them, out of the shop every day. Personally, I believe right now that this is not a good idea. But I don't know how bad it actually is, because sometimes it can allow you to power up your heroes and then score higher in the different bosses. But you really want to be saving almost all of your diamonds for recruits, because recruiting more copies is what is actually going to be limiting you later on when you don't have enough ascension levels on your heroes. So try to avoid buying all the Tidal Essence and instead be patient. You're going to gradually be getting it from the Dream Realm, from your tower. The Legendary Tower Trials gives you these on every 5th stage, for example 45, 55. After you get to a certain stage and above, you get 30 of them. And just be careful who you spend it on, and then you will never need to buy these. I kind of went a little bit crazy and spent it on heroes which I kind of regret now. And these essences are more easy to come by, but the temporal essence, which are the gold ones, are very, very rare. So it's really important you spend those wisely. So we'll be making a guide on who to be spending those on. And you want to buy this daily invite letter because it's at a discounted cost. And then the monthly, you want to buy the Epic Recruitment tickets and also the Stargazing Shards. And yeah, and here just buy Rainier because he's the best debuffer in the game, and keep buying him until you have a Mythic Plus. Arena store, I don't consider this a mistake. Once you get to champion in arena, you can buy these stargazing tickets, and I think long term you're going to be limited by hypogene and celestial heroes, so getting these is going to be more important than the regular heroes, but it is really expensive to do this, so this is up to preference a bit. So Dream Realm Store, it's important that you really consider not only which heroes are important, like Odie, Merrily, and Corrin. These are the important heroes you want to be buying from here. Don't buy anything else because these are the heroes which are going to accelerate you in Dream Realm progress. So you want to get them even to Supreme Plus before working on anything else. But on top of that, it's important when to be buying which. So for example, right now I kept buying Odie, but I regret that a little bit because Odie was already Mythic Plus, and he has now 15 copies of him, and he needs 5 more to get to Supreme Plus. So what I could have done instead is I could have had a Mythic Plus Merrily right now. I'm missing 3 more of her. I could have bought her first, and then Odie is still waiting to be promoted to Supreme Plus, and then could have bought him later. There's still plenty of time before the refresh, and even after the refresh, I would have enough copies to buy him. So what I should have done is rather than just buy Odie instinctively, is actually bought Merrily first, and then I could have a Mythic Plus Merrily and my same Supreme Odie I have now, and then just get the Odie pieces after that. So that would have just been smarter. It would allow me to perform better, especially in the Necro Draken boss where Merrily shines, because Mythic Plus Merrily is really needed for high power in that. And Corrin, okay, so I'm really far away from getting Corrin to Mythic Plus. He's legendary with only 6 copies, not even legendary plus right now. So you do not want to be buying a hero when they're so far away from that. Get the Merrily to Mythic Plus, then maybe we can consider getting Corrin to Mythic Plus, because he does also need to be going to Mythic Plus. Friend store, you just want to buy the discounted affinity item, which you can then feed to your heroes, and then you can get rewards like diamonds and invite letters. Okay, so that is what we have there. Let's go ahead and look at the battle modes here. Honor Duel, this is something which, because of laziness, I just kind of didn't do this in the previous week. So, and the rewards are pretty good. They're not like so amazing that you have to do it, and if you're busy and you don't have the time to do this, you can pass on it. But it doesn't take that much time to get 15 wins, like honestly like 20 minutes per week, and it only resets once per week, so then you're going to be able to get all these rewards for that. Maybe more than 20 minutes depending on your luck with which heroes you get and your win streaks and such. But even if you can't go all the way, at least go to 6 victory or even just 1 victory, because you get these diamonds from that, and then pass off on the other recruit letters and diamonds. But try to do this every week if you can, but if you're busy, then I feel like maybe it's not a mistake to skip out on it. Legend Trial, you just push as much as you can every day. That's pretty self-explanatory. Arena, the mistake that I made in the arena is that I was refreshing for diamonds a lot in my first few days, and really it's only a good idea to refresh for diamonds if it allows you to push into the next tier and get the first time obtain rewards, which will maybe allow you to progress and accelerate your account, or if you are pushing so that at the end of the reset or at the end of the weekly reset you're going to be up a division to get better rewards. Other than that, you should not be spending diamonds here, because again, you want to save your diamonds for your summons. So go for all your free attempts. You get 7 free attempts per day. You get the 5 and then 2 other free attempts from the Mystic Collection, and so that's plenty. You don't need to do more than that, and just work on like setting a good defense and just trying to attack people you know you can win, so again, so that you don't lose points when you're attacking. That's more important. It's basically just about being careful. So battle drills, this is something which I feel a lot of people maybe miss. They think, okay, well, this is what I thought, is once you complete your reputation treasure from your quest, then you're like, why should I even be attacking in the battle drills anymore? Because you're not getting any more rewards, you're just getting a little bit of 2-hour gold. But the thing is, when you're attacking against the boss in the battle drills, which is at the end of the final few days, you're going to be on the boss usually because you've cleared all of the various stages. You're gonna get like, I think 200,000 gold or 220,000 gold per attack. That's what I was getting, and sometimes you can even get a treasure key. which will you can open then, and then if you get lucky you can even get recruitment invites from that, recruitment letters. So definitely use all of your stamina that you have every day in battle drills, because you can get gold. And I really wish we had battle drills open right now, because then I could get more gold to buy the things I need from the Iron Forge shop, but unfortunately I can't, because our battle drills is over. Okay, so let's go back over here. Now, we're going to we talked about the battle modes, the resonating hull, exclusive weapons. We'll talk about at the end, because that's also probably going to be a separate topic to actually discuss in detail which heroes are worth upgrading and to what level you should be upgrading them. So let's go back to the map where we are, which was, we were over here, and the reason we were standing, I think it was over here, I believe. The reason we were standing over here is we just completed a corrupting monster fight. So whenever you enter a new stage, what my opinion is you should go through the main quest line, complete it, and then it's going to leave you off at the point where you need to enter a new stage, which you don't have the levels, or you don't have the AFK stage in order to progress. And then you should go through the entire map and basically look through everything, so you know what you're working with, where all the chests are located, where all the puzzles are. You can complete the puzzles on your way doing this, and then you should be looking for the corrupting creature signs, because these are going to give you a lot of a boost to your account. They give you high level equipment you can't otherwise obtain, and they're pretty easy to clear. You just need to have other people on your server or in your guild who are high enough resonating levels so they can join you, because you can't single player it. You have to have 2 or 3 players with you. So what I did was I just cleared everything. I got to here, and if we look at our guild log, we did this. We sent out this area 4-5 corrupting creature, and we got for this, if we look at the equipment, we got this level 210 equipment, which before it was like 190 or 180. We got the same thing for warrior, and we got the same thing for support. And this is a huge upgrade, especially because boots help you a lot with the haste for your heroes. It powers up your team a lot, and it also gives you 400 dust when you clear this, and some gold. So corrupting creature, you want to scour the map, and as soon as you can find it, try to just send it out in your guild or in team up, and then try to clear it. That's the most important thing. Then what you should be doing is, what I made the mistake of is I would clear a lot of stages and not open these chests, because they're too, like, I would consider them too difficult, or I'll just wait until I'm a lot stronger and come back and clear them like with instant clear or just really easily. But you're missing out on a lot of power if you do that, because, and you can use this feature. You can click on where the chest is, click on Crimson Treasure, and you can see what equipment you can drop from the various treasure. So the dust is important, definitely, and the diamonds and recruitment is also important, but the equipment is what's going to power up the most. It will allow you to push higher ranks in the Dream Realm, maybe get to the next division you otherwise couldn't. And so you should look through here and see which ones are going to be the biggest upgrades, which ones will help my team the most. We have a support Oculate Amulet here. We also have a tank Eye of Infinity, and then you can compare with your equipment that you currently have. So if we look at tank, we have Eye of Infinity. Would it be, I think it might be this item over here. If we look at the support item, yeah, it would be. So this would only be a 10 level upgrade for the support, but for the tank it would be a 30 level upgrade. And that's a really big deal. It can make a big difference. So you can go to the map and then you can search that again. And you can just go and try to complete the Crimson Treasure to give you this. And it's only level 221. It's one of the lower levels here. And so this is a really important thing. And you should be doing this pretty much as soon as you enter the stage. If you use like a good positioning of your team, you're going to be strong enough to defeat these Crimson Treasures, especially the lower level ones, like maybe not the highest level in the new map that you enter, but the lower level ones you should be able to. And it is going to be really worth your effort, because this equipment is going to accelerate your progress, increase your strength a lot for the position that you're at. And then also if you're low on dust, like for example, what you should do is like, if you're
desire an
like, we have a lot of dust left, but we've just begun the day. And so by the end of the day, we're going to be pretty close to getting another hero up to level 190 or to the next threshold. So what we should be doing is going back to the map and unlocking and going through all of these chests. Because all of these chests which appear on the map, these are going to be giving you dust. And usually around 30 dust or 35 if it's a medium, 70 dust if it's a crimson treasure, and or 80, and then the small ones give around 17 or 20. So all in all, when you add them all together, it does add up. Like if we cleared all of the chests on these two regions over here, I would estimate it would probably be 1,000, close to 1,000 dust. And that is definitely going to be then enough, along with our daily rewards, to promote another hero to the next level threshold. And then that can help you in the Dream Realm by powering up your team. So that is pretty much all of the topics I wanted to cover. Another important thing is you should be joining a strong or active guild at least. They should be active, and you can check the activity points if you go into your guild over here and sort by members. You can check the activeness of your players, and all of them should have, like, ideally by the end of the week, they should be having close to 1,000 or 800 plus at least. And you can, because this is going to allow your guild level to level up faster. I think the leveling is based on activeness, and these levels are important because I think that's how you get a higher resonating treasure level in battle drills, because now we're up to level 5. And it's also how you can get more items from the Emporium shop, the guild store, from the monthly ones, the stargazing and the epic recruit tickets. So, and yeah, just to mention this, we're going to get these diamonds right here, or this recruitment ticket. So that is, I think, pretty much all of the mistakes which I would try to avoid if you're a new player. Hopefully these tips helped you out. I very well could have missed something. Another thing is, yeah, Noble Path, even if you're not purchasing the secret travelogue, you should make sure to do your daily Noble Path quests and also the weekly ones, and as many of the epic ones as you can, because by reaching these levels faster, you're going to be getting dust faster, and then you're going to be powering up your account more than other people around you. And that is going to help you perform better in Dream Realm and everything. So yeah, definitely do the daily and weekly. Epic will come over time, so even if you don't focus on them, that's fine. But make sure to do daily and weekly so you can complete the travelogue as quickly as possible to get all the rewards you can. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because we're uploading daily AFK Journey content, and I have a lot of ideas for videos to come, but if you have any specific requests, you can leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the game, and until the next one, everyone, peace out for now.